87 SS boy. He is stuck on side the road. He says it's because something is loose.
Yo, hey, I'm back with another video, man. Hey, so y'all always know it's always something going on with these cars, man. Like, it's one thing after another. And I wasn't even gonna record this, but I thought it may be helpful for somebody. After I started troubleshooting or whatever, and I found the issue, like I said, I figured it may be helpful for somebody. So right here, I have my, if you don't know what this is, these are the fusible links for my car that go to the starter. Fusible links here, and then my ignition power here. So the other day, a little backstory on it. I was riding the other day. I'm sitting at the stoplight and my car just go black, like dash go off, car cut off, won't start back up or whatever. So I'm in the middle of the road and I got in my kit here, I have my my little jumper thing here. I got this off Amazon, No Code Boost GB40. So I hook it to the battery, probably like 30 seconds or so, car start up. And I go on ahead and, go finish my little ride, go to my destination or whatever. So once I get there, everything is good. I hop back in the car, roll out again, and it happens again. So I'm like, dang, my battery, like my alternator is charging the battery pretty much. So I'm getting like 13.5, 14 volts on my dash. So I know my alternator is charging the battery. So I'm like, what is going on? So I get out again, pop the jumper on my battery, start right back up again. I get not even 2 minutes down the road and it happens again. So I do the same thing, put the jumper on there, nothing. Didn't get anything this time. So I start looking at everything. So I go down and I check the my cables that's going to my starter. Everything looks good. Cause like I said, I know this where I get my ignition or accessory power, whatever you want to call it from. So I know like all my fuses in the inside was good. So I know that, I don't know exactly what does what with these fusible links and everything, but I know it powers my dash and accessories and stuff in my car. So I know that much about it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and tell you I know everything when I don't. So I know I wasn't getting any power. No dash lights, my fuel pump ain't priming, like none of that. So then, like I said, I check my check all my cables. It seemed like the bolt that was on these was a little loose. So I tightened it up a little bit. And just wiggle the wires, move the wires around or whatever. And I finally was able to get it to start, but not knowing like what the issue was. Finally was able to get it to start. It did start. And once again, I went on down the road and it happened again. So, I'm fed up at this point. So I just go ahead and call a tow truck, get them to come on to the house. So, what I'm thinking is the bolt is not tight enough and I just couldn't get to it to get it tight enough because, I'm out here on the side of the road. I've been riding, my headers are hot, it's dark, whatever the case may be. So I just, take it, just take it to the head, and I just went on ahead and got me a tow truck, get it to the house.
Hey YouTube, it's Short Bed Shorty recording 87 SS boy. He is stuck on side the road. He says it's because something is loose, but I feel like it's a whole lot more than that. He shall be updating you guys soon on what it really was.
So got it to the house. It started right up because the tow truck let me out like down the street because for some reason there was a lot of cars on my street that night. So he let me out like at the intersection down the street. I crunked the car up, drove it up to the house, no issue. Shut it off, came back out a little later and started it back up, got it in the garage. I get it in the, so today, another day or two later, I come out here to work on it. I check it just to see if I was getting any power. I turned the key in the inside, had power. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, let me tighten up this bolt. Came down here, tightened up the bolt on the starter solenoid right there. So yeah, up top. I don't know if I can really point to it, but it's, this top one right here, that's where it go to. And this is my cable coming from my battery. So I tighten up that bolt, right? And then I get in the car and I have no power. Get in the car and have no power after tightening up the bolt. So I'm like, what the world is going on? So I'm like, maybe I got a ground somewhere, like something is touching, something is exposed or something. So I start just checking everything, checking all my wiring, checking my battery cable going to the starter, inspecting everything. Couldn't find anything. So my next thing is like, well, maybe the starter solenoid is gone. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and unhook that and I'll go ahead and inspect the cables going to the starter first, and then if everything looks good there, then I'll go onto the starter. So I pull these out from down there, from behind the block and everything, and I go to inspect them, and you probably already seen it. But then I get right here, and I see that this is split. So it wasn't making, can I focus? Yep. It wasn't making a full connection at all times. The only way it was making a full connection or somewhat of a connection is if it was bent this way. So, found the issue, which I'm glad I did, but it just, I thought I was gonna come out here, tighten the boat up and be done, but that wasn't the case. Like I said on one of my last videos, you come outside and you think you're gonna be out here 5, 10, 20 minutes, and then that turns into an hour. It's just one thing after another. So I got me some ring terminals. I'm going to replace that one, as well as so I won't have so much going on. I think I'm gonna take these two fusible links right here and run them together into one terminal. That way I'll have just 2 ring terminals to hook up to my solenoid instead of 3. And then I got my ignition cable here. So, it's you just got to look around and you got to know your car and just, like I said, that's how I learned, man, just by being nosy and looking around and like just figuring stuff out. But this right here was my problem. And there's no way I could see this at night, and around these hot headers and all that stuff. Like, it was just, I couldn't see it. And I couldn't see it in my garage either. I had my light down there and everything, but I did not see this until I pulled these cables up and I started to inspect them. So as you can see, that's what we got. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to, maybe somebody else may have had this issue before, or, you never know if you will have this issue. I just kind of try to help people out as much as I can. Like I said, I wasn't even going to make a video because, like I said, I thought I was going to come out here for 5-10 minutes and tighten up my bolt and then just be done. But that wasn't the case. So here we are, in the garage working again. I got my boy Whips by Wade up here. He just dropped a new video this morning. Y'all go check that out. Watching him on the screen while I work. Hey, YouTube is what keep me going, man. Like I said, shout out to Whips by Wade. But we're gonna get back into this. I'm gonna go ahead and replace this ring terminal And like I said, I'm gonna put these two together into one, and then we'll be good to go. Be back in action.
Same time. Long bolt over on the other side, short bolt on the
We're definitely gonna start with the one that's messed up first.
That's what I say, just leftover hardware.
So this first one is repaired there, as you can see. So this was my main issue, but now I'm gonna take these two and route them together. So what I'm gonna do, I wanna kind of keep everything about the same length, close to the same length. I don't want to cut this too much though, so I'll probably just cut this one down to this length.
You're missing a bolt on that motor mount.
Missing a good gasket too.
That shit's wild, bro. Yeah.
Oh, the residue all over the fucking.
But I mean, like, literally, it's all over.
Yeah.
Suspension. All that stuff. All that new QA1 shit is trash. You know, take all that stuff off and clean it all up. Frame has got plenty. So, and then we get to this.
Oh yeah, also.
We get to this.
I mean, electrical.
I also burnt myself, man. I burnt myself on the header the other day when I was on the side of the road, man. Hey, like I said, definitely blood, sweat, and tears in this car game, man. Like, just be prepared for that. If you ain't in it already, just know that it ain't no joke.
So.
So now I got my new ring terminals on here. Oh, you can't even see me. But I got my new ring terminals on here. This was the one that was bad. And then these two, man, I keep getting off camera. These two I spliced together and made one. That way I'll have just two connections versus three. And then I got my ignition coil here. Not ignition coil, my ignition wire. This is all the old crap that came off of there. I mean, this stuff been on here, I'm pretty sure. I mean, 20 years or so. This don't really look like the original factory stuff, but yeah, it's been on here for a long time. And I also don't like how big these ring terminals were. This is the size that I went back with. It fit a lot tighter. I think it's gonna be a lot better. So we're gonna get these back on here and
do all the cute stuff.
We'll go from there. Hopefully we'll have some power today, you know what I'm saying?
Coming out, showing y'all the new motor. And partner.
Yep,
and,
still working.
Like I say, help us get some exposure.
Still watching.
Right. Right.
Boy, that's a clean G-body there, man.
Quick performance. We'll do vintage air. Do it the right way. Take the engine bay out.
Yes, sir. But yeah, let me get back to it and get down there and tighten this stuff up. I got that hook back up and I've put my battery terminal back on so that I can have some power. So let's see if we got power in the car now. So like I said before, the indication, like when I open the door, when I turn my key, I had no power. Look at there. I opened the door, I got lights. So that's my first indication that my junk is working right now. So let's go around to the driver's side and see. Turn this key. I didn't have any dash lights, my fuel pump went prime or anything. Wow, look at there. Fuel pump prime. I got dash lights. I got headlights. Radio. So none of this stuff worked with that fusible link piece broke off like that. So, you know, another day in Chen's garage, man. You know what I'm saying? We be trying. So glad I found that issue. I got power now. You know, I can actually start my car up and ride. I got rid of these old terminals here. All this old crap. So we got a good connection now, so we shouldn't have any more problems out of that. But yeah, look at that, man. I'm still on YouTube, man. Lucky Wheels and Deals. He out there in the Monte Carlo T-top. Ain't nothing like it. But anyway, until next time, man. 87SS boy. We out.